Welcome everybody to the Feeding Frenzy Friday. My name is Brian. This is where we break down the Friday featured asset from Notes Direct. If you're someone looking to buy notes and you want an expert opinion, this is the place to be. We have Scott Tyler, a veteran of almost 30 years in the note business, giving us his thoughts on these notes. If this is a value to you, we would love for you to just smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click that bell notification so that you get a notification every single time we post one of these videos ahead of the emails. Let's go. All right, so Scott, what do we got? It looks like when I pull up Notes Direct, I pull up this note and we've got a manufactured property on some land. I know that a lot of people are looking for manufactured homes on land. So tell us a little bit more about this asset.
So Brian, yeah, traditional financing, is one of the few paths that people can get to own a piece of property like this, because banks and mortgage companies aren't, they're not lending on these properties. There's not as much access to capital. So people have to sell it on seller financing, which, hey, is great because enables people to be homeowners where banks and mortgage companies won't lend on it and they can't make that loan happen. So, this is a great seller finance deal that is, like I said, traditional seller financing. I've looked at thousands of these. I've purchased thousands of these over my career. They're, especially in rural areas. I mean, you just don't have any banks close, or you don't have any mortgage companies close, but you've got a nice double wide owner occupied property on, sometimes 5 acres, 2 acres, 3 acres. And they're good deals to buy because these people need to be able to own a home. And the only way they can do it on a property like this, in most cases, is going to be through seller financing.
All right, so I think that when you're talking about manufactured homes in a rural area, or whether you're talking about a home that is in a single family brick house that's in the suburbs, the main thing we're obviously looking at from an investor standpoint is what's our risk associated with this investment. So tell us a little bit more about why this asset and what risk tolerance we have here.
Yeah, look, every loan has a risk, but what you try to do, like you just said, you try to lessen that risk as much as possible. And when you're looking at it, like this person, he's been in the property for over 2 years, right? We had a value done on the property, and it came back at almost $70,000. His balance is only 48, so there's a good equity position of about 70% on this loan, right? So he's still got, it's not a 30-year long-term deal either. He's got less than 15 years left, 14 years left on the loan, which, if for some reason he wants to pay this thing off early, this is a great early payoff loan, right? So it's solid. You got a good monthly payment of $485 for the investor. It's not a small payment of $200. Investors love to see, payments $400, $500, $600, and that's what they're paying. But yeah, this is a good loan for, seasoning wise, equity wise. The property, as you can see by the picture, is a clean property. It looks like that, they're taking care of it. So yeah, it's a great deal for any passive investor's portfolio.
Yeah, I really like the fact that this one's a 15-year note, especially on something, maybe if I haven't invested in this price range before, or I haven't invested in this state before. I like that when it's a 15-year note, obviously I'm going to recoup my capital a little bit faster. Right. my principal amount, and so in my opinion, that's one of those preferences that stands out as, hey, that's going to be a benefit for me for what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah, no doubt. And in the property, it's not a single wide, it's a double wide, so it's a nicer mobile home, right? It's 15 minutes from Fort Smith, which is a big city, so it's not like it's out in the mountains on a hill somewhere where you got to drive, a 4x4 to get to. It's not that far off of a metropolitan area, and it's along an interstate, so it's rural, but it's still close to the city.
So thank you, Scott, for taking some time to walk us through that asset. If this asset is for you, do your due diligence and click that purchase button. Get going. If you want to see more notes, you need to subscribe to this channel, click the bell notification, because you will actually start to get these videos ahead of the email that comes out each week on the Friday featured asset. If you are new to notes or you're wanting to learn more about notes, then I would encourage you to go and register for a free one-day class through our sister company, Note School. It's a one-day deeper dive into everything creative financing, performing notes, flipping notes, non-performing notes, that gives you a better understanding of the note business through case studies. You can register for that class. It's absolutely free. You can register through the link below in the description. For the rest of you, have a great week, and we will see you next week on the Feeding Frenzy Friday.